Hi, it's Dorothy Guinan with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'm going to share 24 pages I created in May 2023 with the kit I put together at the beginning of the month. Here's the kit I started with. There were 5 collections and some of them were page kits. If you want a closer look at the contents, check out the kit share video. I will put a link to it below. Before starting, I do want to mention a few things. There are process videos for some of these layouts, so they will be listed and linked below. Also, throughout the share, sometimes I'll put one layout on the table, then the coordinating page. These are double page spreads that started with a single page layout, then I stretched it. Also, at the end of this video, there are still shots, so you will get a second look at all of these pages. Also, I did cover up some of the photos. So without further ado, let's get started. And the first 8 pages I created with the Painted Garden collection from Creative Memories. Now here is a double page spread. For this one, I talked through the process real-time live on another YouTube channel. I was a guest on Lauren Hines' Friday Night Live show. Her channel is called Craft Some Joy. That show lasted about an hour and a half long. I've never done anything like that before, so I was way outside my comfort zone, but I had an absolute blast. So if you want to check out that video, I will put a link to it in the description box below. So I'm about to show you another page I created with the Painted Garden collection. This one I created as a single page and I later stretched it into a double page spread. For this one, there is a layout process video for the page design, not the page itself. So that video will be listed and linked below. I'm about to show you the coordinating page, and I created it as I often do when I create a double page or when I stretch a single page into a double page spread. Basically, I fill up the second page with photos, repeat the same paper, and strategically place an embellishment cluster to form a visual triangle across the 2 pages. For these 2 pages, I created my own embellishments with tools from my stash, including those tropical leaves. That punch was in my kit in May. It's a new punch and stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's actually on this page as well. So once again, the Painted Garden collection. This I created as a single page and stretched it into a double page spread. I'm just pointing out those tropical leaf punch outs there. Also for this page and the one I'm about to share with you, I embellished with fussy cut flowers. I took that floral paper that you see peeking out from behind those 2 white borders and did some fussy cutting. I also incorporated some embellishments from the Painted Garden collection. You can see for the coordinating page, it's very simple, a 4-block grid. It came together super quickly. Now I'm going to show you the last 2 pages I created with the Painted Garden collection. This one I created as a double page spread. It's actually my practice page for the YouTube collaboration Stretch the Sketch. So you're going to see the very same page design in just a few moments. This is a fantastic design if you want to put together something really quickly and incorporate tons of photos. Basically 2 rows of photos, incorporate some journaling there if you want, and reserve a spot in that middle row for a focal point photo and a title. You can see those 2 globes there. For those, I used a die set from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's from a travel collection that's been around for a few years, but it's new to me and I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Now I'm changing collections. The next 4 pages I created with the Sisters kit from Reminisce. So these are the 2 pages I created for Janet Fritz's YouTube series called Stretch the Sketch. So you can see it's very similar to the one I just showed you a few moments ago. So that video is listed and linked below. And in the video, I struggled a lot with the embellishment blocks, one in the top row and one in the bottom row. I tried to incorporate yellow into those blocks throughout the process video, but had a lot of trouble. About a week later, I ended up tweaking this layout, so this is the final result. That happens sometimes when I create videos, but when I do tweak it, I always explain it in my layout share at the end of each month. Now I'm going to show you another page I created with the Sisters Kit from Reminisce. This one, once again, I did it on YouTube. I did it for Scrap and Stamp, an online shop in Vancouver, British Columbia. In this video, I spoke about stepping up a simple page design by incorporating die cuts, using tools to create your own embellishments. I also spoke about using photorealistic paper to create your embellishments. Here is the coordinating page I created to go with it. Once again, filled up the page with photos, repeated the same paper, and incorporated one embellishment cluster. I also showed you for this one, I incorporated a little photo flap so that I could house 2 more photos. Now I'm going to change collections, but I'm keeping this one here because it's the very same page design. You can see I have a wide border, wood grain, and on top of it, die cut flowers and leaves. By the way, the die set I used from that was the large funky floral dies from Tim Holtz. Now this page, along with 3 others, I created using leftovers from Crepe Paper's Gingham Garden collection. In my kit this month, I created 2 page kits based on the Gingham Garden collection. For this one here, what I did was I incorporated wood grain paper and green cardstock, both from Simple Stories. You can see for the page 2 design, once again, a simple 4-block grid, and I incorporated a photo flap for extra photos. Now, I'm bringing in the other page as well because these definitely look completely different, even though the original page is identical, the page design. In addition to material changing up the look of a design, another thing that really changes up the look of a design is the coordinating page you place beside it. For example, this is very different than the coordinating page I created for the previous spread. Now I'm showing you another page I created with a page kit based on the Gingham Garden Crepe Paper collection. I'm showing you the page 2 I created to coordinate with it. For this page kit, basically I took leftovers from the Gingham Garden collection, which is a really pale, soft collection, paired it with paper and embellishments from the Maggie Holmes Round Trip collection, and then what I did was I added some bold cardstock. So it really changed up the look a lot. And you'll get another look at those pages in the still shots at the end of this video. Now I'm changing collections. The next 2 pages I created with the Pet Shops collection from Simple Stories. Once again, I'm showing you it's the very same page design, only using different material. Anyway, now I'm going to show you the coordinating page I created to go with this one. There is a layout process video for this page here. I did it for the Scrapbook Nerd, and it is listed and linked below. Also, the page on the right, once again, I did it for the Scrapbook Nerd, and I did it on YouTube. So that video will be listed and linked below. And the page on the right, I did that video in real time, and basically I talked through my thought process of creating a page 2 design, basically how I stretch a single page into a double page spread. I do it all the time, and my page 2 designs are always super quick to create. Now I'm changing collections. The next 4 pages I created with PINKFRESH Studios' Simply the Best collection. This one I did on YouTube for my channel series called Simple Pages with Impact. And in that video, I spoke about using border edge punches. Here is the coordinating page I created to go with it. Once again, I repeated the punched out film strip border, repeated the papers, and created a visual triangle with the placement of my embellishment clusters. So on the first page, there's just one big cluster, and on the coordinating page, I have two clusters. So what I'm going to do right now is this page here, one that I showed you earlier in this layout share, is basically the very same page design. You can see I have that punched out border with the printed paper peeking out from behind. Obviously, I did some things different on the layout, but essentially the idea is the same. And in that video, that process video, I spoke about how that can create a huge impact on the page. Now, this looks pretty boring on the page with the photos covered up, I must admit, but I thought I would show it to you anyway. These are two more pages I created with the PINKFRESH Studio Simply the Best collection. For this one, basically, there are two main embellishment clusters. I'm pointing them out right now. A lot of those are pieces from the Simply the Best collection, a lot of cut apart sheets, but I also dug into my tools as well. Now what I'm going to do is show you the last two pages, and these ones I created with a past Hip Kit collection called Chasing Dreams. I think it was from April 2022, and it had a real Eastery feel about it. So this material wasn't in my kit in May. I just dug into my stash for this one. Now this page here, I think what I'm about to show you is the coordinating page. So once again, it is a 4-block grid, pretty simple here. But what's more interesting is the page that you see on the left. I showed you that very same page design earlier in this layout share, so I think I'm going to dig it out. What's even more funny about this is the reason why I did these two identical pages is because I was going to a small crop with friends. I figured I would be distracted, so I took one of my past layouts to copy, and I did it twice during my day crop with friends, and I created the coordinating pages, and when I got home, I spilled coffee all over all four of them. Everything was wrecked. Somehow I managed to lift some stuff off them, and I managed to dig into the scraps, what I had left over, to reproduce them. But that was really, really sad. 4 pages wrecked. Anyway, back to my layout share. I hope you enjoyed the pages that I created and shared with you during this video. Here are the still shots. Tomorrow I will post my I'm going to post my June kit share video, and I'm going to talk about my YouTube plans for the month as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would be thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Also, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow on YouTube. Bye-bye.